I'm Angel Shaver, Stampin' Up independent demonstrator from Kansas. And today we are going to be making the Ribbon of Courage card number 1. I know that I generally do 1 stamp set per month, but I just couldn't let October go by without recognizing that it's Breast Cancer Month. And that is a huge, it's very close to my heart. And since there is this amazing Ribbon of Courage set in the annual catalog right now, I couldn't just let it go by and not use it. So we will be doing 4 cards, 1 each week. And the first 2 are, when you RSVP'd for this class, you got to choose the color of your support ribbon. And I will be making cards based on breast cancer support, so mine will be using different shades of pink. But if you RSVP'd for a different color ribbon, you will have different color kits in your card kit package. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, we will be making this card right here today. And since I chose to go with the different shades of pink for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, I will be using the new in color ribbons, the 2017 to 19 in color markers. And we will be using the Berry Burst, the Powder Pink, and then the Tranquil Tide to color in the design on the ribbon. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to set my card up so I can use it for reference. And we will start. I did cut the basic black cardstock in hot dog style, which is 4 1/4 by 11, so that when you fold it, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches. And we're actually going to stamp the sentiment directly on the cardstock front, which is always a little scary, but never fear. If you make a mistake, you can always cover it up with something else. So I'm going to grab the Sending Love and Hugs to You sentiment. We'll get that on my stamp block. And then we'll be using the Whisper White ink. So I've got that open, and this one is very, very important to look at your stamp after you've inked it up and just clean up any little extra that's anywhere. Make sure it's facing the right direction, and then I'm going to just put it down. It's not perfectly beautiful, but it will work for now. And I do have the Whisper White marker that I will go back through later and go over the letters so that they are beautiful. That's one of the bonuses of having the markers in the matching colors. When things are not quite the way you want them, you can always fix them and nobody needs to know. Okay, while we're stamping, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the support ribbon. And I'm choosing the one with the designs for this card. So get it on there. I'm going to stamp it onto here because we are going to use the Big Shot and cut it out here before we're done. So I'm just going to ink up my stamp with the basic black and then stamp it directly on there. And then I will be coloring that in before we cut it out. Put this back, and then I'm going to grab my card insert and put my black ink away. And I'm going to use some Berry Burst as we stamp on the insert for the card. I think I'm just going to use my larger heart. Then I may get that basic black out here in a minute to put a sentiment. Put my heart in the corner. And there it is. And then I am going to get my basic black out, and I'm going to put the Live, Laugh, and Love sentiment in the center of the card. I think that looks all right. We'll find out in a minute. Perfect. All right, so that is what I will be gluing to the interior of the card here in a moment. But before we do that, we have a little bit of finishing up to do. And that includes coloring in the stamp with the different markers. And I know it's not thrilling to watch me do this, so we'll see if I can talk and color at the same time. I'm not sure how possible that is, but it's very important if you love Christmas and you want some Christmas ideas, if you will, make sure that you are signed up for my newsletter list starting this week. I will be sending out a PDF tutorial of a Christmas project once a week, each week between now and Christmas. And these are not tutorials that you are going to find anywhere else. These are exclusive tutorials, exclusive projects that will not be available on my blog, on Facebook, Instagram, any of the social media sites. And also, I've got a couple of pretty exciting things coming up. I will be having a class, an in-person class, this Friday night. Oh, sorry. I am filming this before you will ever see this. So, do sign up before the Christmas bundle tutorials. I will be sending them weekly, but I did start sending them weekly the first week in October. And I will continue sending them weekly between the first week in October and Christmas. But you have missed my in-person class for the month of October. So let me tell you a little bit about what's going on and coming up in November. On the third Saturday in November, I'm not sure what the date is, because I don't have my calendar in front of me, but I know that it is the third Sunday in November. We will be having several options for you. We will be having the option of putting together the Watercolor Memories Christmas kit, and we will be having the option of coming and making 20 different note card size Christmas cards using the Every Good Wish stamp set. And you can for either of those classes, you can do it live and come to the train depot. You do have to RSVP to get your kits, to get your paper and note cards. But you can use my stamps and ink if you do it that way. You can also have either one of those as classes to go. And in order to do that, you will need to purchase not just the stamps and not just the kit or the note cards, but also the stamps and ink, so that you can create those projects on your own. And you can find out all the information about those. I am sending them out in emails. So go ahead and make sure that you sign up for updates on my email list. I will also that same day be having my monthly card class that evening, where we put together 5 cards, 3 designs, 2 each of one design, and then 1 where we learn a new technique. And the third Saturday in December, I am planning to have an open house where you can come and purchase gift packaging ideas and tag making stuff and put those together. I also have the idea of putting together a Christmas card class where you can choose your cards based on different designs that I have, and you pre-order them in bundles of 10, and then you get to come and use my stamps and ink to put them together. My question for you is, would you like to have that available in December, in November, or both? Be sure you're leaving me messages, comments as you watch this, and let me know what you would like to do. I'm still coloring. I have moved on to the powder pink at this point. I am not, haven't done everything with my Tranquil Tide or my Berry Burst, because I notice as I'm going back with my powder pink, there are still things I need to go back and do with the other colors. I don't know about you. I always kind of thought the adult coloring phase was just that, a phase, and that it was kind of silly. But I find as I color with my markers on my projects that I am just getting more relaxed, and my stress level appears to be decreasing. So I think this is a great hobby project. Maybe that they weren't so crazy with the whole adult coloring book phase, and that when you have a stressful life, just having something to do to just color in some. I think coloring in stamps for card making is perfect, but you know, it doesn't have to be stamps. And we do have in the new catalog, there are paper which happen to be on sale the month of October. They are part of the buy 3 get 1 free designer series paper. It's just add color, and they are meant to just color them in. You can either color them in before you send your card, or I've seen it done where people send just the image on their card with the intent of the recipient getting to color it in. I think either way would be perfect. I'm seeing places that I missed with the powder pink now as I go back with the Berry Burst. All right. I'm getting closer to getting done with this. And then we'll just pull out the big shot and cut it out and put all the finishing touches on the card. I find myself getting a little rushed as I do this, and that's not the best way to get the benefit of coloring. So probably the best way to do this coloring is not to be rushed, not to have a deadline, not to have 2, 3, 5, I don't know how many people are going to be watching this, and worrying about what you are showing them. In fact, since I am recording this, I might just go ahead and I might be, oh, never mind. YouTube's editing software stopped being available the end of September. So I can't go ahead and edit this.
Live lesson.
I'm hearing a lot of noise. That's what happens when you try to film in the middle of a school day. Alright, now I'm gonna fill in this one flower that I saw I missed with my powder pink. And I have a few leaves that I need to hit with Tranquil Tide. And then it will be big shot time. Sure what happened earlier, but somehow my video recording just decided to shut itself off. So I just wanted to talk you through the finishing of the card. You got to watch all the boring part of me coloring, but not putting the card together. So I cut out this support ribbon with my Big Shot. You could also just use your scissors and cut out your stamped and colored image. And then I went back and I added the enamel dots and the rhinestones. And I glued the inside into the card. I had stamped the heart image in Berry Burst, which you could also color in the design then. And I stamped a sentiment in the basic black. So there we have week 1 Ribbon of Courage card.